What's up guys? This is a very different video from my usual fitness videos, and today I'm going to talk about the exact title: why I quit my software engineering job after earning $26 from fitness. You might be wondering, what kind of dumbass will throw away tens of thousands of dollars for just $26, right? It doesn't really make sense. But we'll just briefly run through the backstory of it. Why did I want to do this? And what is my motivation behind it? So I graduated from university about a year ago in June, and I started working a full-time software engineering job literally straight after graduating. I remember I came back from Australia on June the 2nd, and the next day was my first working day, and the transition was huge. It was absolute nightmare. From the get-go, this was the job that I always wanted. I always thought that I wanted to be a software engineer. That was what I was studying for in university, and I eventually got the job, which took a lot of effort, especially in the tough economy in 2024 where tech was going down and things like that. So a lot of interview preparations required. It was pretty tough, and I got it eventually. I didn't even manage to get it securely. I barely scraped past the interview process. I was one of the guys that were the last in the list, and just by luck, the manager that was my manager managed to pull me in and requested for the extra headcount. So I wasn't actually supposed to be here, but I was super grateful for that, and started off my job as a software engineer. The first few months were pretty tough. It was a huge shift from just studying in university to getting into this whole corporate environment. A lot of challenges were involved: learning politics, getting up to date with the tech stack, trying to learn fast enough, and it was pretty stressful, I would say. Within the first 3 months of my probation, I had a day where I stayed till like 9 p.m. because of things happening, and I had to fix it. And so it really went on like that for 6 months plus. And during that time, I found something that was very meaningful for me. I started to make content. Initially, I wasn't making fitness content. I wasn't really into the whole fitness thing, mainly because of a lack of confidence. I thought that I couldn't be a fitness creator because I wasn't good enough. But just something in me woke up in September of 2024 that made me really want to lock in on fitness, because it was something that I've always been interested in. I've been interested in for nearly 10 years, and I feel like it really created this anchor in my life because it was something that I always enjoyed, something that I could always fall back to whenever there's so many changes in your life. It was always this constant that really kept my sanity in a way or so. And so in September, I decided to post fitness content. September of 2024, I initially just started with just YouTube shorts. This whole fitness thing was the thing that was keeping me alive at work, I would say. It gave me this meaning because I felt that I was helping people in something. I was helping people change their lives. Sounds kind of cringe, but I really felt that it was super meaningful for me compared to the things that I was doing at work. And I didn't really expect that, actually. I thought that it would be smooth sailing. I'll work a software engineering job for a while at least, but things happen. And throughout this whole time, the fitness thing has kept me motivated through my working times. I would be willing to wake up at 6 a.m., go for my workout, bring my camera to film the content for all these clips that I would then post on my YouTube every single week since December of 2024. That was when I really started to post long-form fitness content, and I found a lot of meaning in that. And one of my videos managed to go somewhat viral. It has now 34,000 views. So I haven't opened up my YouTube for about a week, and I just wanted to check whether the scheduled video for today was going to be released since I'm on holiday. And you can see right now, I'm just like sitting on my luggage trying to pack it. And then I open up my YouTube and I realize, yo, I just hit 1,000 subscribers, bro. And what the hell? The previous video got like 18,000 views. That's crazy. 18,000 in 1 week. What the heck? I got locked in 2025, man. And that was when I really realized, shit, I could make an impact on people's lives with fitness. And that gave me a lot of motivation, even though afterwards I didn't really get a video like that. But you just need that one win to convince you to keep going forward, because you will always envision of that thing happening again, and that's what keeps you going. It's like this delusion in your head that you will keep making it one day, maybe, I don't know. So January was when, work got pretty tough. It got harder because I was out of probation already, and the things started to pile up. There was more work to be done, but I never wanted to sacrifice this whole fitness content creation thing that I really enjoyed it, because I feel like I was helping people. I was creating workouts for people, and I would post them for free so that people can download it. And I received so many good comments that I really screenshot those comments and I saved it on my phone and I put it on my Notion and I call it Reasons to Keep Going. Because I felt that even though these strangers didn't know me, but the things that they said to me was very, very heartwarming, I would say. And I felt that there was so much meaning in that. When I first released one of my ebooks, it was on weight loss, I think, or something like that. Then there was this one person that bought it. It was just one person. And that was my first $12 online. And like, I kid you not, that $12, I felt happier earning that $12 than getting my monthly paycheck. When I get my monthly paycheck, it's just more of like, oh, I made it, I survived this month, and that's it. Or maybe like, oh, I can go and buy something right now, that kind of thing. But that $12 somehow from just this online fitness ebook weight loss guide, it felt good. I don't know why. It felt that it was really what I value, and to see that other people value it, not other people, just one person value it. It was, I don't know, it felt kind of good. And so I continued with the fitness content, continued posting fitness content for the next couple of months as 2025 progressed. There was more pressure of me to produce more output at work. Even though I was not slacking off at work, I was putting in the hours at work. I worked during the work hours and I did my work essentially. But there was an expectation on me to, I had to output more stuff because I was then getting a lot of pressure from that. Eventually, I was also ranked last in my team because of, I wasn't producing enough output, even though I was doing the work during the work hours, but I think it wasn't really enough. So that was quite tough. And I think at that point in time, at that juncture, it was either I quit my interest in fitness and content creation and helping people out and just focus on doing the work that I have to do so that I don't get kicked out, or do the opposite, which is focus all in on this fitness thing and just stop with the software engineering. I guess this is what I did. This is where I am right now. And I would say it's pretty tough when you live in an Asian country. I'm from Singapore, and over here there's a lot of structure, I would say, because there are set paths that many people follow, which are safe paths that are guaranteed towards success and has a higher rate of success in terms of financial earning capabilities. And this is a very common theme in many Asian countries and in Asian culture in general. It's just practical and it makes sense, especially if you're living in a practical country. I don't see any wrong in that actually, because it makes sense. You want to get the best return of your investment, so you want to choose the path that will guarantee that best return of investment, which is usually finance or tech. And so I chose one of those paths, which is tech in this case. But I just felt that I needed more meaning. That's kind of a privileged statement to say, because some people, they don't have this, they just can't think of purpose and meaning because they're trying to survive every single day. But for me, I would say I'm in more of a privileged position to be okay with sacrificing my temporary income in order to just really try and work things out with what I truly enjoy, which is helping people out in their fitness game. And so that's really what happened. And that's where I am right now. It was pretty tough to deal with all the incoming questions that would be coming in. And to be honest, I didn't really explicitly say to anyone what I was going to do. A lot of people just assumed that I was going to find another software engineering job because that's what people would do, right? That's the common thing that people would do. If they leave a job, they will find another different job. But I just didn't want to go through all that interview prep. In software engineering, there's so many interview rounds. Last time it was like 3 to 5, but recently I heard my friend who just shifted to another company, he said there was 8 rounds. Like, I just see that is what you need to go through nowadays, and I just didn't want to go through all of that again. It just felt like a grind, like this whole structure of like a grind. I need to do these things that I don't even really enjoy. That's very privileged of me to say, I admit, but I just felt that I wanted to do something that had more meaning, and it was something that I enjoy and something that could earn a decent income. Like, I felt that there was always a way. There's so many different ways, especially in this day and age with online all these online things, I feel like the avenues of income is vastly increased. And so I wanted to really break out of that structure and just try something out on my own for once, because I feel like I'm still rather young. I don't have a lot of financial liabilities. I'm not gonna get married yet, all these things. And I felt that it was really the best time for me to just try things out on my own. Even though I will be very different from many of my other friends, even many of my friends don't even know that I have did this. I think when they see the video, if it really goes off, then yeah, they will know. I can just direct them to this video if I need to explain myself. Yeah, so to be someone different, it takes a bit of courage. It takes some time to accept that you're going on a different path than many people. But I feel like if you can find a sense of being okay with that, then you're gonna do well, because you won't be affected by other people's opinions anymore. And the things that you want to do is actually for yourself instead of following what other people want you to do. I'm not trying to say just go and quit your job like me, because that's kind of dumb, and I admit it's kind of dumb if you think about it, like just quit your job kind of thing. But I'm in a decent position to do so. I have enough savings, still staying at my parents' house. I don't need to pay any rent, and so that's why I have this risk-free environment that I really want to make use of in order to just do something that I really enjoy and try and make something out of it. Don't just quit your job. You have to think of what is the current position that you're in, and does it allow you to do that? Do you have enough savings? And do you have something that you're super passionate about? I feel like you need to figure this out before you actually go and do it. Even though I'm not really earning a lot of money right now, but I feel like this is something I'm super passionate about, because if I could just wake up at 6 a.m., go and train in the gym, overcome my fear of anxiety as an introvert, to just put my camera down in the gym, and it's not a small camera, it's a big ass Sony camera, and film myself, and sometimes even speak to the camera in the gym. If I could do that for fitness, then I feel like I should just do it, right? If I could always wake up early, and after the long ass work days, I would go home and I would edit videos, and I would be super excited to do it. I felt that it was what I want to do. I felt that, okay, yeah, I can suddenly switch off and turn that 9 to 5. I can now do my 5 to 9, that kind of energy. And I was actually excited to do it. So it was a no-brainer for me to just do what is exciting for me and just go all in with the 5 to 9. So I had to make the decision right there, and that's the decision I made. I decided to leave because I didn't want to sacrifice my 5 to 9. If not, I feel like I wouldn't have any semblance of me anymore, because I feel like you really have to protect the things that you enjoy. If not, you lose that identity of yourself. You would just live a life of another person instead of living the life of your own that you truly desire deep down. If you're in a similar position as me, these are some of the things that you can think about. And if it did confirm some of the feelings that you are feeling, then I hope it gives you a sense of assurance, sense of comfort, knowing that you're not the only person that thinks of these kinds of things. I feel like many people actually go through this. It's just that it's hard to talk about it sometimes when everybody around you is maybe not facing the same thing as you, or maybe they're just not speaking about it yet, especially if you're in Asian culture, because I feel like that's kind of tough, right? Like, you know, when you're Asian, right, you have all these expectations of you. You need to be this, you need to be that, all that kind of thing. So handling that is going to be difficult as well, but it's just something that you need to learn to deal with if you really want to do it. Yeah, just make sure that you made your mind up. I know that I made my mind up for months before deciding on this decision. I wrote so many notes on my iPhone, thinking about it, thinking through it. Honestly, I was very happy on my last day because I felt that I can finally start a life that I'm excited about. Even though I'm kind of stressed out right now, but I feel like at least I'm doing something that I really enjoy and I find meaning in. I just want to help people get better at fitness. And fitness is not just about fitness, it's really about changing your whole identity and personality. Because in order to be a fit person, you need to be a certain kind of person. You need to really change your mindset towards things. You need to be disciplined, because there's so many days where you won't have motivation. Sometimes you don't even have discipline, but it's because you believe in becoming that person that you need to be. And that is why you continue doing it. When you get all these wins from your fitness journey, like you get your first bicep vein, you get your abs, it's just super addictive. You just want to keep progressing more and more. It's like a video game, right? Everybody loves video games because they feel like they're progressing, they're leveling up the ranks, and they are getting better each time, and it's this sense of progression that always keeps us going. If you're good at something, you want to do it more, right? If we're bad at something, we don't like to do it. But when you get over that initial hurdle, that initial, damn, I can't lose weight, that initial, I'm not getting stronger in the gym, boom, you really fall in love with it. Sometimes fitness is not just about yourself, it's about the people around you as well. When you see that you can influence the people around you, especially people that you care about, such as your family members, your friends, people that you really care about, when you get fit, when you live healthier, you know that you can also influence them to live healthier. And when they live healthier, they can live longer lives. You're taking care of them. So when you act as a role model, when you stay locked in your fitness goals, you will be subconsciously influencing them as well, because they see that's how you live. And it really has a big impact on the people around you. And that's what I truly believe in. That's the reason why I continue to be locked in on my fitness goals, because I want to ensure that my parents are eating healthy. I would think of taking out food, but then I'm like, yo, they can't just eat that every time, right? So I would think of cooking a healthy meal so that they can have that healthy food, which is good for them. Because my dad has high blood pressure, you can't just be eating all these unhealthy food every time, right? It's not good for his health. Because of the deeper reason that I find in fitness is why I can just keep going at it. It's because you don't just do it for yourself sometimes, you're doing it for other people as well. And I feel like that's probably the biggest thing that I unlocked, that made me lock in on my fitness goals. When you can influence someone that you really care about to be healthier and improve their lives as well, that's when you really find the meaning in fitness. And so, okay, I kind of strayed away from the job thing with there, but that's what I wanted to say for this video. Hope that I gave people that are also feeling the same way some kind of reassurance in chasing the things that you really enjoy, because you only live so long. And if you're young, you should just try something out for once at least. There's not much risk in that. Even if you fail, at least you know you tried. Imagine if you didn't try and that's it. It's not gonna feel good, man. So I hope this video gave you some comfort in just believing in yourself and forging the path that you want.